Running a business comes with a lot of what ifs, but luckily there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku, and it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Imagine this. The best pasta sauce you have ever tasted sits abandoned on a plate. Wasted sauce. That is a tragedy. If only you had used Barilla al Bronzo pasta. Its bronze-cut texture holds your sauce and scoops up every last drop. The Italians call that scarpetta. Capture sauce the Italian way. Barilla al Bronzo. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
Hi, I'm Cyndi Lauper. My scalp was covered with psoriasis, which could lead to psoriatic arthritis. But Cosentyx treats both.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis 300 milligram dose and adults with active psoriatic arthritis 150 milligram dose. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some were fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at Cosentyx.com or 1-844-COSENTYX.
Cosentyx works for me.
Ask your doctor about Cosentyx.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel or that white chocolate mocha. Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
I knew it. Another Herdat Media production.
Hey, Roxanne.
Hi, Chantel.
What is up, guys? I'm never the one to do the intro.
We just recorded a Love Island episode, and now we're getting back to our Real Housewives roots. We're going back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know that we have skipped a little bit. I think we've just been so overwhelmed with all the other episodes. But you know what? We need to talk Atlanta because honestly, it's been good. It's been fine. You know what's crazy, Chantel, before we talk Atlanta, is that we never talked about the Ralph stuff.
Oh, like what the stuff that he came out with, the text messages?
Yeah, like how he literally, you guys, he came out on Twitter and literally exposed Drew and her lesbianist relationship where she
I don't know if you say it that way.
Wait, what?
Her lesbianist.
Yeah, wait, no, am I gonna get canceled right now?
No, I don't know, but that's what we used to say back in the day. Like if someone was like, showing like feelings, we're like lesbianist.
Yeah, oh my gosh, like yeah, even with our little cousins, like oh my gosh, we would get canceled because like yeah, we would
no, you're not saying anything wrong.
Anything they would do, we'd be like lesbianist. Yeah. So anyways, like she was in a relationship where she was like in love with another woman and he was like blasting her for it. And I just want to know how he had access to all of this. Like it was so awkward. Like even their pictures together, he had access to all of it. It never changed anything about Drew though, where it's like, okay, bitch, like you've been cheating on her. Like stop it. You gaslight her. It never changed any of that. But I don't know what you thought of it.
I do think, again, like when we're watching this season and like they're going through divorce, like, and she wants to keep the court record sealed, like there's so much unknown that we don't know about. So it's like, it was always hard to like really say like, oh, she's the problem or he's the problem. Like we know he's the problem for sure, but it was so hard to like, to really have her back 100% when you just don't know.
Yeah, no, 100%. So I just wanted to touch on that because we've like skipped.
I still don't think it's redemption for him. It's not like, oh my God, like we're canceling, Drew. Like, no, it's like you guys are both losers and you're even a bigger one. Like, I just can't with him.
I know, 100%. By the way, like I just came downstairs real quick and my house is so hot. It was 100 degrees today and I fucking cannot. Like, I mean, I guess we complain no matter what, but oh my gosh, it's very hot right now. That was just my side note.
My side note real quick is, you guys, I'm changing my office, which is like where I podcast, and I'm like changing it into the nursery. And so I took off my desk already because I had to put it somewhere else. And like, I'm sitting on the floor doing this. And like, I have to figure out where my new spot is going to be.
I mean, like maybe your garage.
No. Okay. That's like, you want to talk about freezing and cold every single second?
Chantal, it's 100 degrees.
Yeah, exactly. So my garage would be 100 degrees. It doesn't have.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
We're going to see. Because then my husband was crying. He's like, are you going to have to do it? Like, because you don't have that little speakeasy area, which is like connected to my living room. He's like, are you going to do it here? He's like, I'm going to have to hear you. I'm like, yeah.
I swear Jacob enjoys hearing us. But then he like always.
Yeah, your husband, it's like nice because he like watches the show. My husband does not like to hear us at all.
Well, but Jacob is such an attorney because he disagrees with every take we have and it pisses me off. Like only an attorney acts like that. I'm like, you're so annoying. But let's get into the episode, shall we?
Let's get into it. So Shamia's at the doctor's and she's dealing with Shiloh's health issues again. And, she did talk about to us like how it's like a full-time job. And that really is a full-time job, like having to go to the doctor's 3 times a week, making sure like she's good. And she was really nervous because she came back with strep throat from the trip and she wanted to make sure her daughter didn't have it. And what I thought was so sweet is like her husband's like FaceTiming in the call to be in. How like that is like amazing to see. It's like, I know that they prioritize like their daughter because she's been sick, like, basically her whole life, but it's like that just shows you're a team unit and you're there for your kids no matter what. It's like, what'd you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh yeah. Like it just felt like we're there for our daughters. Like we want to make sure, like, I want to hear what the doctor is saying. And like, I don't know. It just was such a sweet moment.
You know, what's so crazy about that is like, to hear her say she's like gone to the doctors 3 days a week. You guys, there's nothing more than I hate than going to the doctors. I don't take any of my kids to the doctors. Like,
well, because your husband does, not that because you don't take them.
Oh yeah, no, nothing.
let's not make people think you don't take your kids.
I know, oh my gosh, no, not because of that. I literally hate the doctors. Like, I hate going. I don't know what it is with me, and I don't like seeing my kids like in pain or just like anything. So Jacob always takes them. So if I had to fucking take my kid 3 days, like I would be severely depressed, severely. So it's crazy what moms have to go through, or dads, because like in Jacob's instance, like he does all that. When Sloan got stitches, I would never go to that. When Sloan got stitches, I didn't even look at it because I physically cannot see that stuff.
Yeah, some people get queasy for sure.
Yeah.
And then with her situation, I think this also made her feel like, okay, like this is a lot. So like, her husband wants to add another kid. And it's like, whoa, that's like another layer when we're already dealing with the, going through a lot with Shiloh. And she did reveal, because a few episodes back, we did see her pick a surrogate. Yeah. And so like and they did a transfer and it didn't work. She let us know that it failed. So then like it made her and her husband like now have a pause with that. What'd you think about like, that happening to them?
I do believe in signs. Like not that I believe in signs. I believe that God's trying to tell you something. And like everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
And even like with this, I don't want to say this the wrong way, but like, no, I'm not even going to say it because I'm so scared. To say it, I was going to speak about like another housewife, like she like so badly wanted a kid. And then like, I don't know, like it was,
it makes sense when finally like you're happy and at peace with something. Then you're like, yeah, that's why like, I didn't get this at this moment. It's hard when you're going.
But I also think God is like, look what you're going through, like let's focus on this kid. And here you are. And you're like, I need to give him a son. And it's like, bro, at this point, you just need a healthy child. Okay. Like if you're going through this with your kid, there's no boy or girl. There's just, I we just want another healthy child. And I think because they're emphasizing on that son, which I understand. Hello, we're Chaldean, like to not my generation, but to the generation of like our grandparents. Like, you guys, when it was Charlie's gender reveal, one of the grandmas came up to us and we did the golf and it was a girl, and I was screaming because that's all I've ever wanted is to have a girl. Like, I didn't have sisters. Like, I had Chantel, thank God, and genuinely my sister, but like, like I just wanted a pack of girls. And when I had that girl, like Jacob's grandma, who, by the way, I'm obsessed with, she's like my ride or die. I love her so much. I'm so close with her. And it's not her fault or anything, but she came up to us and she's like, you know what, inshallah, like, inshallah.
I hope one day.
Yeah, I hope one day it's a boy next time. And I'm like, Mama, we call her Mama. I'm like, Mama, like, I'm happy. But I didn't even say anything. I didn't say that. I was just like, and I'm like so happy because I kept psyching myself out. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to get like a girl. Like, my life is not that perfect that I'm going to get what I want, and I freaking got my girl. But yeah, like, I'm not trying to say anything against them, but like, they're obsessed with this whole boy thing. And it's like, when you have a child who goes through so much struggles, that is the last thing I'd be doing. And to me, that's God telling me, you need to stop with this. Like, you just need a healthy baby because look what you're going through.
Yeah, and I think that's why I was happy to finally hear her say, like, okay, like, this made us put it on hold, because like, yeah, as it should, to be honest.
I agree.
We see Phaedra, and I don't really want to, like, she's telling us more about her kids, which is nice to see. But like, what I really wanted to ask you is that, like, do you think her comeback has been a fail so far?
Absolutely. I think she's come back to promote herself, her businesses, her perfect kids, which they are. But like, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, like, I just think, like, and you know what? Maybe we would want to watch it if she was there from the beginning and like she's been with us for so long. We want to see where they are at now. But like, it's like she just came in halfway, and it's like, yeah, I just don't think she vibes with the show anymore. Maybe it's with the ladies, with what's going on, or maybe it's with her own life. It's like, this is not it for her anymore.
No, I think she wants to come in and she wants to like show her off her business, and like, we're seeing her sons and the fact that they're entrepreneurs already so young, which is actually incredible. But I'm like, this isn't like, okay.
Yeah, you guys, I can't even do a stitch. And then the fact that her son's over there sewing, I'm like, damn.
Literally. She's always had like badass kids.
I mean, that's great. Like, to really like to have that drive into your kids. It's like,
she's a good mom.
Work.
Yeah.
We see that Kelly went into court and she thought this was gonna be her final divorce hearing. And like, she comes out and her husband goes to jail, and this is not her final court hearing. So she's still not divorced yet. And she's a wreck at this point because you're just like over it. Like, they've been going over this for 3 years now. You would think that you're getting divorced, and she's just done. Shamia comes to her house and, she's there for her. And she's like, they're just talking about it. Also, while she's there, Angela calls her, and Angela is asking how the court went. And again, she just, is explaining how like depressed she is about it. But what ends up happening is Shamia asks, have you talked to Britt? And like, this is just a setup for it. And she basically tells us she has not spoken to Britt since Grenada. And she's actually very disappointed because she's felt like she's been there for Britt through everything that's happened to her this season. And the fact that she hasn't called her when she knew this is the day that she was going to maybe get divorced, and she hasn't even checked in with her. What did you feel about that?
I think Angela is my girl because Angela, at the end of the day, Kelly came for Angela's marriage, brought up that Charles might have a son and it might have happened during the time that they've been married. And for Angela to call her knowing it was such a struggling day for her, that speaks to her character. And she's not doing it out of nosiness. She's calling just to check on her. She's a very good person. I fucking am obsessed with her.
Yeah, I agree.
That's happened this season. And I love that. So good for her on that. I think that Britt not doing that, and we find out why Britt did that, is just so messed up. And like, Britt is on the wrong show, I've been saying.
Yeah, Britt is definitely like, if she watches this show, which I'm sure she probably is or isn't at this point, I don't know, like I'd be so embarrassed about myself. Like, everything she did was so wrong, and she just looks so bad to me. And it's like, every single person, even the one friend that you had, like, you couldn't even check up on it, and you made yourself the victim in that situation. It's like, what is wrong with you? Hey cousins, let's talk mental health. I think we all know someone, maybe even ourselves, who could have really used therapy but didn't know how to get started. Cost, insurance, time, it all gets in the way. That's why I love what RHOA is doing. RHOA, spelled RULA, is a healthcare provider group that's changing how we access therapy. They've got over 15,000 therapists and psychiatrists nationwide, and they match you based on what you actually need, whether it's a talk therapy, medication support, or both. I haven't personally used RHOA yet. I've seen how powerful therapy can be for myself, and I've seen what it could do for my close friends. One friend told me the hardest part wasn't asking for help, it was finding someone to actually give it. That's the gap RHOA fills. RHOA accepts major insurance, so your session could cost as little as $15, and once you're in, you're not alone. They help you schedule, follow up, and make sure you're moving towards real progress. This isn't some one and done platform. RHOA actually cares. If you've been thinking about therapy but didn't know where to start, this is it. Visit RHOA.com/TRH and take the first step toward feeling better. That's RULA.com/TRH. And when you sign up, make sure to tell them our show sent you. It helps us and helps you. One more time, that's RHOA.com/TRH. Affordable, personalized care, because you deserve to feel heard.
The Disney Plus Hulu Max bundle. It's the ultimate bundle for an unbelievable price. Plans starting at $16.99 a month. Get it and watch Marvel Television's Ironheart on Disney Plus.
I want to build something iconic.
A new season of The Bear on Hulu.
We can make people happy.
And The Epic, a Minecraft movie on Max.
Anything you can imagine is possible.
The Disney Plus Hulu Max bundle. Plans starting at $16.99 a month. All these and more streaming soon. Terms apply. Visit DisneyPlusHuluMaxBundle.com for details.
Yeah.
They're doing a cook-off, and they're doing this like waffle cook-off because that's
but
like Kelly.
Chantel, do you know why? Let's talk about.
Yeah, I will. I just because it goes back and forth. So just yeah. So like some of the ladies are at this cook-off with Kelly and Charles. So obviously Angela is there, Phaedra is there, and Drew is there at this place, and so they're doing this like waffle cook-off, and like I think it's like lighthearted, like this is the stuff I like to see, like with
it's like William Sonoma,
which is like crazy, and like obviously
William Sonoma is insane, like good for her.
Yeah, and so they're I just like seeing Charles in that light, and like it's nice for Angela to maybe see Charles like get along with her friends, but then obviously go sideways after. I'll get into that, but we also see that some of the ladies are not there, and what the other place and hangout is Britt invited Portia and Kenya over. And so it was just so awesome. Oh no, not Kenya. Sorry, Cynthia.
I've before.
I know. You guys, like, Cynthia has the best job because that's the type of friend you want to be. Is like you're not really in the drama, but you're there, but you're really not like doing any of the drama at all. She has the best position on the show.
Well,
but yeah, we get to
really getting paid much for it though.
I know, that's true too. We get to Britt's house, and she's just like, yeah, we've been remodeling. Everything about her annoys me, and I'm sure it annoys Rexian too. But we get to her house, and right away she goes in right away, and she's like basically telling the ladies why her, like, what pissed her off about Kelly. And she tells us that Kelly has a team of people, hair designers, hairstylists, or what's call it, wardrobe stylists, everybody,
videographer.
Videographer. She made those people call Britt and tell her, we can't work with you anymore. Kelly doesn't want us to work with you anymore. Which, like, I think would you tell someone to do that with me or your friend, or would you just call that person and be like, you can't use them anymore?
I mean, would I ever do that with you? No. Not
me, but like a friend. Like if someone was using all your people, would you have your people tell her, or would you just tell that person?
So it just like depends. Like I feel like there's so much more backstory to this that we're not seeing. Like, was she copying her looks? Like, was she like, I don't know. There's just so much more. That was she being a bitch all of a sudden to Kelly, and Kelly's like, you know what, fuck you. You use all my people, and you don't need to use all my people then. Like, we're not even friends. You've been a bitch to me lately. Fuck you. I don't know.
Yeah, so basically she ends up finding out, and maybe she was mad that they're giving her more attention, but that would bother me. Like if I have a friend and I'm letting them use my people, and then like you are not checking up on me and you're doing all these things, and you're taking advantage of my people, I wouldn't want to use that either. I would start to get annoyed after like seeing events and trips go on and on. It's like, no, use your own people, find your own people. Like it takes people a long time to curate their people around them, especially these type of girls.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like there's more context that we're missing out on with it, that I'm like, is she being petty? I don't know. So would we actually do it? Maybe I'd call you and talk shit, but
the one thing that she has though about this is that she ends up telling the ladies, but like she ends up letting Shamia use her wardrobe stylist, and then that's when like Cynthia and them were like, oh hell no, like that doesn't make sense, that doesn't add up. But like if that wasn't part of this equation, I think Kelly has the right to tell her people don't use her.
It sounds like Shamia used this team like randomly, whereas Britt was using it for every occasion.
Yeah. And like imagine like you're giving someone your people and then they are doing a better job on her. I would get pissed too. I'm like, no, this is not working.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing also that reason why we don't like Britt is because she ends up like telling Portia, like, just so you know, Shamia has shown me things about your guys' conversation and like really wanting to like end their friendship. Yeah. Why are you doing that? It's like, you know, they have a good friendship. Why are you trying to add salt to the wound? And like, you know, Portia ends up telling us in our confessional, just so you guys know, those are my therapist conversations. Like no one should be showing anybody those. So
but am I missing something? When did she do that?
We didn't see it on camera.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
we didn't see.
Yeah.
We never saw Shamia doing that. So Brits can just be lying right now and like getting Portia all riled up here.
Mm-hmm.
If she did do that though, like now we can understand maybe a little bit more Portia being way more upset about things because that's not cool. Why are you telling this person this kind of stuff when like she's a newbie?
Right.
But yeah, we get back to the waffle event and everyone says it's a tie. Do you think they're just being too nice?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, this is where it gets weird. A guy named Marcus.
Who do you think? Did someone's look better to you?
I think Phaedra, like, you know, when you eat and like you make those noises, like Phaedra had that noise for Charles's waffles. So I feel like low key he did a better job. She's like,
But I also feel like Phaedra's such a pick me and that like she will, I know, but she will do that to like, I don't know, maybe make him, I don't know, like she's like, yeah, like yours is better because he's a man. I don't fucking know.
Oh God, okay.
I know, where did I come from? By the way, side note, did you hear that, you know how Portia got divorced? They announced how much she makes per season.
No, what was it? That's so interesting to me. Always money is so interesting to me.
Yeah, so she makes 1.6 million per season.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And like here she is like making it seem like she needs to get paid more to do more. It's like, what?
I know, I swear to God, people be taking that shit for granted.
Oh my God, that makes me so sick.
Yeah.
Good for her. I mean,
and at her peak, like she made to 2 million. So yeah.
Wow.
Right. Isn't that crazy?
So crazy. At this event, you guys, there was a weird guy named Marcus who comes up to Angela and was like, I want to talk to you in private, not on camera. And she's like, do I know you? And he's like, no, I know your husband. He comes into my restaurant. And like, he's telling her he wants to talk to her in private, but the ladies are all there and they're listening now. Like Phaedra's listening, Drew's listening.
I mean, but the balls to do that when Charles is right there is so scary.
So scary. I don't know how he did, but then like what we found out later on was crazy, you know? And the guy legit says, like, you know, Charles is like, and then she says, like, I'm not going to talk to you. Like, she kind of brushes him off. And then we end up seeing him a little bit later screaming, Charles is cheating on you. And like, she still is not reacting as crazy as like, you know, she's just probably, again, she tells us like, she knows if Charles hears this, he would go crazy. And like, do you think that he heard it or he didn't?
No, I don't think he heard it. I think he's very oblivious to like stupidness and the way like the guy doing this is so embarrassing. Like imagine your family and like your friends are watching the show and they see you acting a fool. Like you're so like whack. I don't know.
I mean, like to even go up to somebody like that and do all that when it's like
when his husband, but when the husband's right there, then go up to him and say something, dumbass.
Yeah. Say, hey, you were in my restaurant. I saw you with another girl. Why would you do that? Like, you don't go up to her.
I want to find out his restaurant.
What'd you say?
I want to find out his restaurant.
I know. This guy ends up getting escorted out as he should, you know, because they're like, what the hell is he doing here? But like, yeah, like Charles did not react. Like, so maybe he didn't hear. And, you know, if he did hear, I would hope he would, you know, say something and like kind of show us a little bit of like, no, like respect my name. I would never do, I didn't do that to my wife. I don't know what you're talking about. And like kind of like clear the air for her. Cause it's annoying that Angela has to always stick up for him, like by herself. Like that's what would bother me the most.
Yeah, no, I know.
What was so messy is Phaedra leaves the event and right away she calls Portia and like she didn't know Portia. Yeah, she didn't know Portia was with other girls and she ends up telling them that
she does know that Portia's with the other girls.
But she's acting like she doesn't know. And she's basically telling them the whole story about what just happened and like they're all freaking out and going crazy. And like it was just so messy of her because like you just took it all out of context and like now everyone's gonna be still thinking that, you know, Angela's husband's cheating on her.
I know. That was like so messy of her to do. And like, here's the thing about Phaedra is she tries to like say, I don't like when people come for my marriage or come for my like relationship and the people are not in support of marriage. And not saying that this means that she wasn't in support of marriage, but like you're being so messy with Britt and Cynthia in the background.
Oh no, she literally was in her confessional, Rexon. You're on point. In her confessional, she's like, "It's none of my business, anyways." And then we see her call them right away.
She always does that, though, Chantal. She always tries to act that way, even on Married to Medicine. But it's like she's just as fucking messy.
Yeah, no, definitely. We end up getting to Phaedra's hosting a Black Love shopping affair at her bestie's place. And so this is where it kind of all gets down. But before that happens, you know, Portia calls her to let her know that she won't be there because her cousin Lundy had passed away, which is so sad. Anytime like you end up seeing them appear on the show, like, you know, they were really close to those people. And like, to see the flashbacks was just so sad to me.
Yeah, I know that was.
And I'm sure she's going through a lot with that. And I'm glad like she understood like, okay, you're not going to be here because of that. But this is where, you know, Angela ends up telling the ladies, like they're all getting together and Angela ends up telling the ladies that like, listen, like when this stuff goes down, like we have people that will investigate. And what we end up finding out is that this guy, Marcus, that came up to me, got paid to come up to her. What did you think about that?
I 100% think that's exactly what the fuck happened. I don't think producers found this dude. Like this happened because one of the housewives might have told the producer, I know this guy, he's saying this. Maybe the producer ended up saying, all right, let's get him on. All right, we're going to connect you, producer, to this guy. I'm going to like step away from it. And who knows? And then that person, one of the housewives was like, let me pay you some of this and whatever. But yeah, I absolutely think that's the case.
Do you think one of the ladies on the cast paid was the one to initiate that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. This is where it's going to get interesting because basically Kelly ends up insinuating like maybe it was somebody who wasn't there that night. And like clearly who wasn't there that night was Britt, Portia, or Cynthia. And she's more directing it towards Britt. And so
100%.
Yeah. And like that is the one girl that probably would do something like that, to be honest. And this is when Kelly and Britt go off on each other. Like they are throwing both low blows. You know, Kelly's calling Britt a pill popper. Britt is telling her that you've had abortions, you know, while married or not married.
That was fucking crazy. Like, and Cynthia nailed this. Like, she's like, you know, when someone goes low, but that other person goes a million times lower, that's something you can't recover from. The pill popping thing, I mean, I'm sorry, like it's 2025. Unfortunately, a lot of people are pill popping many different things, you know, for anxiety, whatever it is, you know, to go and bring up like abortions and, you know, she has other daughters and that is something that also like, you know, like if she right now, if that was me and I'm like, I got an abortion, which like I would never get an abortion, me personally, but if I ever did, right? Like I'm now like all of a sudden my mom and everyone in the world knows. And that's something that I wouldn't want someone to know. That was probably like, I told you that probably in such confidence for you to, it reminds me when Reza did that shit to MJ on Shaw's, Chantal. I don't think you watched it though, but he literally was like, you've had 10 abortions. And I was like, ooh, like you guys, I mean,
no, that
to announce that.
Yeah, that went low because that is something that you would only tell a select few people.
And I mean, some people are open about it, but I mean, I think most people are not open about it.
Yes. Whatever you are, like, I don't think a lot of people are open about that because it's still something that it's like could be a little traumatic, cannot be like, who knows what the situation was. And so like, it's something that you don't really ever care to talk about. And so for her to bring that up and like bring that to everybody was crazy. And like, you could tell by Kelly's reaction. I mean, Kelly's denied it, but you could tell by Kelly's reaction that hit home for her and she could not calm down. Like Phaedra tried to calm her down. Phaedra kept.
But like, how about the way Britt was going close to her, like she was gonna fight her, like she was like going up, like, you know, and she's obviously
too much.
I'm like, bitch, get off of my show. You're ruining this.
She's too much. She's too much, you guys. Like, she really is too much. Like, no wonder people are gonna have a hyperventilation attack because, like, when you're getting that type of energy, like, it's like a lot of people can't handle that.
Oh my God. Like she was like, because she was like, no, but she kind of said something. She was like, so funny. Britt was like, you're being passive aggressive. Kelly's like, I'm not. She's like, take out the passive. I'm being aggressive. And then all of a sudden, Britt like stunts on her and like goes closer. And I said, oh my God, holy shit, she's about to fight her. Like, what's about to happen right now? And I was like, this is too much. And then meanwhile, Drew is like nowhere to be found.
She's like knocking on the door, trying to get in. It's like, okay, I can't. Like, it's like, is this you or is this production? Like, I don't know what's happening here.
It's 100% production. It's all the editing. Like they always do that.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we're gonna see this, like them two probably not being good friends at all. And I don't think you can come back from that.
This is the demise. This is why Britt was like, I literally have no friends on the show. I have Portia, but Portia's probably gonna turn her back on me. I lost Kelly. I lost everyone. Fuck this show. I'm about to sue them.
Portia doesn't give a shit about anybody. Bye.
I know she literally doesn't give a shit about anyone.
But yeah, I thought it was a great episode. Next week is the finale, which is crazy. So we're almost done with Atlanta. And I thought this season was pretty good overall.
I did too. I mean, I know people are talking mad shit about it, but I didn't think it was bad at all.
I think the thing that sucks, though, it doesn't set you up for like a good next season, maybe, because like so many things are gonna have to be changed again. So like that's like where it's like,
let's even see if there's a next season.
Okay? I know.
If this goes to court, let's see what ends up happening. Which I don't think it would. If it even has a case, it would probably be a settlement. But let's see.
Agreed.
So. Yeah, wow. We will be back here with Next Gen in New York and
Valley.
Wait, New York. Oh yeah, Next Gen New York. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wait, Next Gen New York and Valley. That's a lot going on. So, I mean, I will say, Chantal, I do really enjoy talking about Love Island with you. Not over the show, man. When I'm into a show, I'm into a motherfucking show.
Yeah, no. When you're into anything, that's right.
I know. I swear, man. I go 0 to 100 real quick. So, but you guys, it's 11:30, and I had such. I napped before we did this, right?
Wow, no, that's not like you.
It's so unlike me, but I was so overstimulated because today Jacob at his work had a golf outing, which like I know that sounds crazy, but like I mean my company does it too. And so he was like, "Hey, I can't drop like any of the kids." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" So I had to be up so early, and then it was Charlie and Sloan's first day of that Bible camp, and it was literally a 2-hour Bible camp. These like these half-day summer camps, I'm sorry, like they're not made for working moms. Like they're made for.
Why'd you do it?
Because I'm a fucking idiot. Like I'm an idiot.
I feel like there's so much more work to get them and make them go, and then like
it's at St. Pete. It's at like Charlie's school. So I'm like whatever, like and they combined it with sorrows and stuff. So I'm like whatever. And immediately after today, I was like regret. Like, and then like they came home and I had a meeting and like, I swear, man, it was like a bad day. Like I don't really yell at my kids. Today I yelled at my kids because like, I don't know if any of you guys have this right now, but my 5 and 6-year-old fight nonstop. Like they will even get physical with each other. So people are like, oh, I wish I had girls because like my sons like beat each other up. Like, no. My kids beat each other up. Okay. So I'm like, oh my, it was just one of those days. And Jacob even came up to me and when he got home and he was like, cause I'm like to him, I'm so overstimulated. I'm going to go upstairs. Please do not speak to me. And like, I went upstairs and I never do this, you guys. And I just laid down and he came up, Chantal. He's like, did you drink today? I was like, no. I'm like, what do you mean did I drink today? I'm like, Jacob, I am working 8 to 5. I was like, I'm recording 2 podcasts and then in a little bit. And then like, I have all 4 of them and it's been a freaking day. Like I've been in meetings all day. And and keep in mind, you guys, I blog for the website. So I'm just like, I'm tired. And then like, I fell asleep. Of course, Jack kept saying, mommy, cause Jack is like attached to me and I love it. Like, I'm like this little boy, he has the best personality, you guys. And I'm like, oh my gosh, just give me a moment. And then he was like, are you sure is something up with you? And I'm just like, I can't, but yeah, I did nap. I did. He's like, cause who naps at 6 o'clock? I'm like, bro, like, please just give me, I don't know. I'm going through the thick of it, you guys. I really
it
was 100 degrees too.
Huh?
It was 100 degrees, dude. It was just like hot today.
Very hot day. But you can't complain about not being hot because I will literally mother freaking punch you.
Because I always complain about being cold.
Yeah, you complain if it's cloudy. You complain if it's cold. Like, what is Roxanne's perfect weather?
You know what, though, too? It's like, I just have to, this is just a side note, but like, I was like, okay, after school, like when Jacob comes home, let me take him to the pool. But like, you guys, taking all 4 of my kids to the pool at this age, especially with Elle, like, it's not fun. It's a lot. Like, I did it all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Like, catch me at my pool club all weekend. I know I won't shut the fuck up about it. But like, oh my gosh,
I think what you guys need to do is like start splitting it, like where like 2 people stay home with 2 of the kids, and then you take 2 kids, and then you go on and off like that. Like if it's after school, quote unquote.
If it's, yeah, I know, but Jacob likes coming, so I'm not gonna say no. But then yeah, it's like me stay home, then no, because then he'll be like, no, I need you. Like
yes, I'd be like, yeah, go take them. I'll stay home.
He's the type, like, you guys, like but thank God I have a handyman. Chantel does not have a handyman. Chantel is the handyman. And in her relationship, like you just are, I'm sorry. And the way like Jacob is, I am like, he's the handyman. So I got new chairs because I had gotten these rattan chairs that all the string came off. It was horrible. So I bought new chairs because my mother-in-law and everyone was like, this is not okay. Like, this is unacceptable that your kitchen chairs look like this. Do you know what I'm talking about, Chantel?
Yeah.
How they like went, how they were coming apart.
Yeah, you know, your chairs were bad.
Yeah, and so like even my like my family was talking shit about it too. So I bought new chairs, and like Jacob's the type who will calm me down, and he is like, just like sit here with me while I put them together. And I'm like, no. And he's like, yeah, just sit with me. So you think he's gonna go to the pool by himself? No, dude, he's gonna go off and hear me talk about all this, but I swear he likes it. I'll like see him smiling when we're talking about him.
Stop.
So scary. I know. All right, I think that's all though. I'm very tired.
Yeah, okay, bye guys. We'll be back, tomorrow. We'll see you.
All right, bye guys.